A warm welcome to all the students of class 5. In the last class, we have started our discussion, that is how to remove impurities from water. In that class, we have discussed how we can remove insoluble impurities. Now in today's class, we are going to discuss about how we can remove soluble impurities from water. So for this, we can use basically two methods. One is evaporation, another one is distillation. Now, evaporation is the process in which water turns into vapor, and distillation is the process where we heat the water and again we cool it. So we will go for a detailed discussion for both of the process. Let's start with our discussion, that is evaporation and condensation. So what is evaporation? Evaporation is the method where the solution containing soluble impurities, like suppose salt, it will heat for some time. So when we are heating it, we all know that water will evaporate. Now it will evaporate and it will leave behind the impure substance, which is salt, in the beaker. But if we put a lid over it, then that water can be condensed again and it can be collected in a separate container. But the problem of this process is this is not that much efficient because most of the water will evaporate in the water vapor form. So we cannot get all the water what we have taken. For better method, we can use the process simple distillation. Now, simple distillation basically is a process where we can get both the impurities and pure water. So, now we will discuss how we can use this process and what are the equipments are used over here. So, for distillation, we do this type of setup in lab. So, where we take a distillation flask, a thermometer we put to check the temperature. This is called condenser, and another container which will collect the pure water. This is the whole setup. Now what we do exactly? At first, we take the impure water in the conical flask. So, suppose we have taken salt and water. So, then we will start to heat it. When we heat it at 100 degrees centigrade, we know that is the boiling point of water. So, what we will see? Water will vaporize. It will change its state from liquid to vapor state. So as it is sealed over here, so it will naturally pass through this column. And when it is passing through this, there we put a condenser. Now condenser, the main work of condenser is there is a water in pipe and there is a water out pipe. So we pass through it separately. There is a passage of water to cool that steam what we are getting through the channel. So again what we know that when steam is again cooled, then it will convert into liquid state again. So drop by drop in the container what we have placed over here, drop by drop water will be collected. That water is completely pure and we call this water distilled water. And we must keep in mind that distilled water is the purest form of water. This water can be used in car batteries, science, experiments, all these things. So this is all about distillation. So in recap, we can think like this. So distillation is the process where first we are taking the water and we are boiling it. We are converting the water into steam. Again, we will cool that steam. That means we will do condensation and it will be back again in the form of liquid state, which is water. That is how we can get the purest water by removal of soluble impurities. Now students, we will come to our discussion about purification of water. Now we all know impure water is harmful to us. It leads to many diseases. So the water that we are drinking, that must be pure. So the process of removing contamination from water to make it safe and palatable for human consumption, we call that process purification of water. Now, why should we purify water? Because water can contain a large number of impurities. Those impurities can cause many diseases when we consume it. Also, if we use contaminated water for our daily use purposes, it will damage the appliances and equipments. So, what are the processes to get purified drinking water? There are many processes, but mainly we will discuss here about three methods, that is boiling method, chlorination method and water purifier, how it helps us. So first we will discuss boiling. Now boiling means this is the simplest method in fact. For this we need simple equipment. This method we can do at home also. That is, we need a container, we need a place where we can heat it, means the burner. So first what we will do, we will take a container and we will put water into it. Then we will heat the water for at least 10 minutes. Now when we are boiling water, then it will kill the germs present over there and it will make the water pure. And after heating, when we will cool it, then we will pour it in a fresh container and it is ready to use. So, what are the advantages of this process? First of all, it is a very simple and effective method of purification. It can kill almost all the germs which can cause any type of waterborne diseases. But there are few disadvantages of this process also. Like, it is a time consuming process and most of all, it does not remove the insoluble impurities properly. It will settle down at the bottom. So, this is not a that much effective method for daily purpose. Next, we are going to discuss about the next method, that is chlorination. Addition of chlorine tablets in water to kill germs and to make water pure, we call the process chlorination. So chlorine is a chemical. It is basically a bleaching agent We can use chlorine tablets for purifying water. But one thing we will keep in mind always, not too much of chlorine we will put. It is highly dangerous for us. Now students, at the last we will talk about the latest purifying water for drinking purpose is using a water purifier. Nowadays, electrical water purifier are mainly used for purifying water. This is the most common method used in houses nowadays. So these types of machines are there in that chemically, and with the power of electricity we generally purify water. That is how we get the potable water, or we get the purified water for drinking purpose. That is all about the chapter. Hope you all have understood all the portion. So you will read the chapters from your book following the video. Thank you.